Here's what most people don't understand about trading. The goal is not to be right all of the time. That's absolutely impossible. The goal is to be right 50 to 60% of the time, let those winners run, identify the losses quickly, and cut them loose. Winning every single trade is not even a realistic goal. Anybody that tells you that they win every single trade or even 90% of trades, they're absolutely lying to you. The difference between traders who wash out their accounts in 6 months versus people that can sustain themselves over 10 to 20 years, it's not talent, it's not genius, it's not luck. It comes back to what you're doing when you're wrong. When do you cut those losses and move on to the next trade? I've been trading for 22 plus years at this point, and I've made over $22 million in that time frame. I've had bad trades. I still make bad trades. There's times when I will enter a position and I will exit it that same day or the next day, realizing that, hey, the volume wasn't there. Hey, I didn't pay attention to the bid-ask spread. It's going to happen to you, but you have to realize you're wrong. You need to keep money in your pocket, cut the loss, move on. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what and how to do when things go wrong so it doesn't derail you and wipe out your account. This is the part that nobody teaches you. And honestly, it might be the most important thing that I've put in any video. So let's get into it. Everybody's really good at showing their wins online. Even if you look at a lot of stuff on my channel, I teach about the wins that I've made because it shows you like, this actually does work. This is the process of how to make a successful trade. You're looking for the engulfing candlestick. You're looking for the volume. You're looking for the trend. But what happens when things go wrong? This is United Healthcare, and here we're going back into the end of 2025. This is a perfect example of when the trend is going in your favor. The volume is going in your favor. The news is going in your favor. The engulfing candlesticks are going in your favor, and the trade just doesn't work out for you. This happens more often than not, more so in this day and age, because we just have so much volatility in the stock market. But let's quickly walk through this. Let me define the chart real quick, and then we'll get into how this type of price reaction leads to you taking your loss and moving on and going and finding something else. So if we look at this chart, this is our long-term chart. This is our long-term stochastic tracking our weekly trend of the stock market or the individual stock. So first of all, we have down here, we have our stochastic. These red and yellow lines are our trend, stochastic trend. I use them intermittently or interchangeably. This line right here on the top is horizontal and it's horizontal on the bottom. This is our sweet spot. This is where we give ourselves the highest probability to make money. Remember, you're not going to win every trade. Trading is all about probabilities. So if you're giving yourself the highest chance to make money, realize what I said there. Sometimes you're just not going to make money. That's how it's going to go. But you have these ideas or these stops in place that you can exit the trade and move on. If you make this trade 100 times, you make this exact trade that I'm going to show you 100 times, you are going to win probably 60 to 70% of the time. Sometimes it's going to go against you. But if you make this trade over and over, that's the idea behind this. Don't focus on one single trade. Look at it as, okay, I didn't make money on this one, but I got 99 left in the bank that I can make that same trade, pretty high confidence level that I'm going to win on it. So our sweet spot down here, highest probability to make money. Red and yellow lines we like to see in the sweet spot. The next thing we look for is volume. What is happening in that individual stock? Are there buyers? Are there sellers? Are there more buyers than sellers? Are there more sellers than buyers? In this case, we had a lot of selling going on. I think this was the time, you can see all these gaps here. A lot of this was earnings, but a lot of this goes back to the news that was surrounding United Healthcare for the last year or two that kind of just wrapped up, if I'm not mistaken. But we see here, we had a lot of selling volume coming in the stock. So we had our red and yellow lines in the sweet spot, giving us the highest probability to make money, right? Check, we're good. Volume, are we getting a good amount of volume, selling volume coming into the stock? Yes, absolutely. The next thing that we look for are engulfing candlesticks, candles that take out the low price of the previous day. So if we're here, we're in the sweet spot, wonderful. We're seeing our volume is coming around, wonderful. We have our entry signal right here, engulfing candlestick, taking out the low price of the previous day. See, we were down here 3.2% over the previous day. Wonderful. We entered the trade. All right. Next day, what happens? Nothing really. Next day, what happens? Looking good, looking good. Now, the next thing I'm going to say to you is the most important part about trading. If you can trust the trend, you are going to do very, very well. In this case, I'm going to show you the trend's going to reverse. But if you can trust the trend and not exit until the trend tells you to exit, you're going to do very well over a long period of time. The trend is your friend. So we looked like a genius here. We were making money on the way down. The trend continued on the way down. We had selling volume increasing down here, meaning you had more sellers on this day than the previous days. Wonderful. And then what happened? Something happened. Don't know what it was, but we're trusting the trend. We're trusting the trend. You see, notice it started to go sideways a little bit. Okay, no reason to panic. As long as the red line is under the yellow line, we're good, right? Okay. And then you realize the stock price continued to go higher, and it continued to go higher, and it continued to go higher. But the trend here was saying, yeah, we're trying to rotate back into a positive trend. But if we trust our trend over a long period of time, remember, that's the idea behind this. Odds are this is going to dip back down and continue in this direction. In this case, it did not. We actually had our red line cross over our yellow line, meaning we have to exit. Look where we exited this trade. Let's get some whispers going here. We exited right around here, meaning that we actually ended up losing money on this trade because our entry point was down here around 321, or had it been if we would have bought this on the engulfing candlestick, 321. In here, 331, 330, 329, 325, somewhere in there, you're exiting at a loss. Now let's talk a little bit about the psychology of this. There's really two types of traders. There's people that can just walk away and accept the loss, and there are revenge traders. They want to make their money back, and they want to make it back, and it's because there's anger inside. That is not the right way to be. Let me tell you a quick story here. So way back in the day, I was day trading full time. That's how I made my living at that point. And I would exclusively trade this one specific ETF. It was called LABU. It was a 3-time levered biotech ETF. It's still out there. And I ended up losing about $27,000, $27,500 within minutes one morning. And what did I do? I was like, you know what? I need to get revenge on this. I need to trade LABU again. I don't care where I make my money. It needs to be LABU. And I went back and ended up maybe making a little bit or maybe losing again. Didn't work was my point. You know what I did after that? That was on a Monday. I stepped away. I didn't come back Tuesday. I didn't come back Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, obviously not Saturday or Sunday. I came back Monday. And in that time of stepping away and reflecting and resetting, I said, I don't need to make all my money back on that one specific trade. You are going to lose. You don't need to make your money back on those losers. Sometimes stocks just go against you. And in even the case of United Healthcare, you don't need to go back and say, I need to make my money back on United Healthcare. No matter if you make it from United Healthcare or Apple or Bitcoin, the money's the same. It's green. It's going to be in your account. Realize that you don't need to revenge trade. And that's something that you need to really look inside of yourself for and say, okay, I'm going to have the wherewithal to step away in this case. And here's the other thing. You don't need to trade every single day. And you don't need to jump right into trading. Think about it this way. You're 27 years old. You're 37 years old like I am right now. You haven't traded for 27, 37 years. What's another couple of days going to be? The stock market's always going to be there. If you need a month off, take a month off. If you need to take a week off, take a week off. Make sure that you're in the right mindset that you can go in and say, okay, if I am losing and it makes sense to exit the trade at a loss, just exit the trade. It's as easy as that. On paper, it's as easy as that. But you need to be able to control that emotion and say, I'm not going to revenge trade. I'm just going to accept my loss, move on, and continue on and say, I have a basket of 100 trades that I'm going to make in a year. And one of them went wrong. 2 of them went wrong. 30 of them went wrong. They're going to go wrong. You need to accept that and say, I'm going to let my winners run. I'm going to cut my losers. Now let's go back to the chart and explain the exit. So you might be saying, okay, well, the stock price went against you, but is there an easy way of where's the exit? Absolutely there is. The easiest way, remember, we're in the sweet spot for 3 days when we enter a position coming down, or when we're going long in the sweet spot for 3 days, not just sweet spot. Of course, you need engulfing candlestick and volume. But when do we exit in this situation? When red crosses yellow, when the trend changes. So when red is on top of yellow, we are going to have a positive trend. When red is under yellow, we have a negative trend, meaning that we're shorting it down. It's easy. It's very easy. Trust the trend. And when the trend tells you to exit, exit. And if it doesn't tell you to exit, remember, you have a basket of 100 trades. In 70, 60% of these cases, you're going to win. But in some of them, you're going to lose. Realize when you start losing, move on. Move on and look to go the opposite direction. So now let's go back to the emotions. Let's go back to reset routine. Realize what I said back there. I took a week off. You have to be able to accept that you can take a week off, even if you do this for a living. Here's the beauty of when it comes to trading. If you have a sizable account and you can do this full time, you don't need to trade every single day. That's kind of the beauty of this. You're going to make plenty of money over the year. You can afford to step away. And I guarantee you, when you step away from those days and you clear your head, and you're going to come back better, you're going to make more money with a clearer head. You have to be able to do that if you're going to do this in any capacity, but especially if you're going to do this as a part-time or a full-time trader. And let's continue with that. You're going to let the winners run. So let's just go like this. All right. And here's a perfect example. I'm actually going to take it to a video that I made 2 or 3 weeks ago. I made a video on CCL, Jets, and Moderna. That was the 3 of them. I made somewhere between 4 and 5% on Jets. I made somewhere between 4 and 5% on CCL. And I ended up making an outsized 27, can't remember if it was 27 or 37% on Moderna. But either way, the number's very large. The point of it is you're going to have stocks that you're going to make a little bit of money on, just like you're going to lose a little bit of money on. You're going to lose 4 or 5%. But you let those winners run. If you let the winners run and you cut the losses early, the math is going to math. If you start letting your losses just compound and you keep saying, it's going to turn, it's going to turn, it's going to turn. No, it's not going to turn. Just trust the trend. If the trend tells you to exit, exit the stock. Just the same thing when you're going long. If we look at this Moderna trade, I said this last week, and of course it went crazy this week. So this was the Moderna trade. Let's go to the swing trading chart just so you can see what I was anticipating. I went into this trade predetermined, saying, okay, here is my entry. Here's my entry. I'm going to exit at the 25-day moving average. Well, the trend didn't tell me to exit. The candles, nothing told me to exit. So I stayed in and I actually got down to the 100-day moving average. So I made double the amount of money. Why? Because I trusted my trend. So if you could trust your trend in both directions, if the trend switches on you, exit. If the trend doesn't switch on you, let your winners run. This is how you make outsized returns. This is how you win overall in trading. Let the winners run, cut the losses early. But the overall theme is trust the trend. So if we look at dollar amounts or percentages made, I had a really good month of July, even coming into August, made just about $40,000. It was just a shade under 40,000. You're going to have those months where it just crushes it. Some months when there's incredible volatility. Actually, if you look at the S&P 500, this is a very, very interesting thing because everything we do is based on volume. If we look at the volume, we have had so little volume in this market. Actually, yesterday, we had 50% of the, actually, it was 49.8%, or Wednesday, of the average volume in the S&P 500. That is not good volume to trade on. Yeah, you're going to find your companies like Moderna that are going to run and they're going to go up 130%. Yes. But odds are your companies are not going to be moving in a significant amount that day, giving you a good buy signal. Why? Because the volume's not there. So you have to be able to just sit on your hands. There's times where I've sat on my hands and I just haven't done anything for a month or 6 weeks because I take what the market gives me. Do not force things. When you start forcing things, you're going to start losing. And you're not going to start losing because of what I'm talking about in this video. You're going to be forcing things and you're going to be losing because of almost that revenge feeling. I'm so bored. I have to do something. It's going to work. I'm not making enough money. How am I going to do this for a living? I need to pay some bills this month, whatever it is. That is not going to work in your favor. You need to be able to have that mental wherewithal to say, you know what? Some months aren't going to be great. And that's just how it goes in trading. Take what comes to you. Now, I want to bring all of this, kind of tie it together with this awesome Patreon community that we have built. We have so many people in this community that are brand new to trading. And we also have seasoned veterans that are in there and people that do it full time, people that do it part time, people that have kids, what have you. It's a very interesting place to be if you want to become a good trader because everybody has that same mindset. And there's a lot of people in there. We have a wins and losses chat, and people will say, hey, here are my losses. And I often go in, and now a lot of people just do it. And I say, why did you lose? What was the reason for the loss? That is more important than why did you win on a trade? Because if you won on a trade and you really followed the rules, you did a great job. Like that's just how this is going to work. If you follow the patterns, it is going to work. But if you lost, what did you mess up? What did you not understand? And I love the vulnerability of people in there that just say, here are my losses. Here's why I lost. What can I do better? Or if they just self-correct and say, I missed this. It's going to happen. You're going to have to cut your losses in some places. Some of them, people just say, why did this turn on me? And I go, because it just turned on you. That's just how it works. This is a game of probabilities. You're not going to win every 100% of the time. If you're looking at this like a casino, you're not going to win every single time. It's more calculated than that. But that is still the idea behind it. Nothing is 100% in this game. And here's the other beauty about having that trading community. It stops that spiral. You can go in and say, oh, listen, misery loves company. It's one of the truest statements you'll ever see. If you lose and you go and see somebody else lost, maybe not on the same trade, you're not alone. That's the point of this community. You're not alone. When I started trading 22 years ago, I was alone. I started in the 9th grade computer lab by myself playing a game, and nobody else wanted to play the game with me. Nobody else was interested, probably because they were 14 years old. I had nobody to turn to. It wasn't until years later when I found a good mentor. I know that this can be a lonely game. I know it can be very daunting. It's almost like learning a second language. That's the beauty of the Patreon community. Having somebody next to you that has the same goals in mind, that wants to teach you because they're learning and making you a better trader. So with that being said, we go live just to the Patreon community on YouTube 4 times a week. Myself and our great ambassador, Bailey, go live, take your questions on the Trading 101 series, which you'll get access to when you join the Patreon. You get access to us directly via text in the Patreon app. You can text us anytime. It's almost like a giant group chat, multiple chats to break things up and make it more organized. But that's kind of the beauty behind all of this. You have people to lean on, and the spots are limited. I want to keep this community small enough that everybody can have contact with me. And it's not daunting on myself. It's not daunting on Bailey. It's not just a constant chat going on where things get lost. It's a community where you actually have the ability to talk to experts and learn from them. So because I find mindset such an important part of trading, I want to just go with this mindset shift. If you're somebody that's been chasing stocks, or you're afraid of trading because you're afraid that you will chase stocks, stop right now. Start being disciplined, because those are 2 different games, but only one of them is a winnable game. And it is the game that we're playing over here. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to go and watch the next one. I broke down exactly what I would do if I had to start trading just from scratch in 2026 with $0 in my pocket. Same strategy, same 2 indicators that I talked about here, step by step. It's on your screen. Go check it out right now. And I'll see you in the Patreon community.